to our Vauxhall Vivaro van build series. This is now part 3. In our last episode we fitted the solar panel and the split charger, and we completed the insulation and flooring. We have some exciting news for you guys. We initially started van conversions to work on personal projects. However, as we've had some interest from you guys, we've decided to open up our workshop to work on custom builds for you lovely lot. We will be opening it as of January the 1st, 2020. So if you are interested in getting a custom van build built by us, get in touch at hello@greenearthling.co.uk. Anyway, let's crack on with the build. I actually just did it in one go.
You can go inside then.
Yeah. So I did make a mini start on the walls yesterday. However, we were just kind of testing which laths worked best because we've got a bit of a bulk in the wall here. This will be the sofa bed, so we do want it to be a flat back, so it makes it more comfortable for people to sit down. So what we've gone for are these 25 by 38mm battens, and they will run, let me get a smaller one, along here. There's a cavity behind here, so we'll screw straight into the wall, and then we'll have them running up like this, followed by the cladding going on top. Came with the van, so we're just going to sand them down to neaten them up, paint them, and they're going to go back into the van. Aren't they onyx, hey? I think this is now ready to be primed and as well.
Okay, so we've got the wall battens in on that side and on that side, so you can just see a piece of cladding that we've temporarily put across. We'll probably use that as a sort of straight level because that is level to the floor, but it's getting dark now, so I'll probably call it a night, and then tomorrow get back to cladding, and then this will start actually looking like a legit home.
So our next step is to put fabric into the more difficult to clad areas on the van, which will be the back cavities, and just at the front and one part of the side over here, and after that we're going to clad it. We've gone for a cotton fabric. Sadly our local fabric stores don't have organic cotton, so cotton it is, and then once we're back in Wales to visit my parents, their store there has organic cotton, so we'll stock up. But for now we're going to fabric the back cavities in this. We've got adhesive glue and we're just making sure that it's really tight against it, and then we'll cut it to fit the frame. We've now finished applying the fabric onto the awkward cavities of the van. Although this one actually, these battens actually lift the cladding further away, so we could go all the way to the edge. We've decided not to because we want there to be a really, we want there to be a straight line the whole way down, because we think it will be really awkward to finish if the cladding goes all the way to the edge. I might actually just take this out to paint. It'll probably be much simpler. I don't know why I didn't think of that before, but for now I'm going to leave it in, so it looks like I've accomplished something today. And next up on our task list is the roof. We need to get the battens in, we need to do the rigid board insulation and clad it, and then it's done. And it's an absolute mess in the workshop, and you know it's a mess when Billy's been in here. He's literally, he just does things and then just leaves it, and then I have to tidy up. gonna show you. This is the second one we found in here now, but my friend got the other one out and there's no way I'm getting this out. Look at it, it looks fake. Is it dead?
What do you want?
I need you, ASAP.
Do what?
I'm not telling you till you come here.
The next step to get the ceiling done is going to be to run a couple of these battens just along the width of the van, going all the way across, so that we've got something to secure the cladding to. So the very front of the van here has got a bit of a curve going down, and there's nothing to sort of measure it off to know whether it's straight. So I've put these sort of temporary battens in running this way, just so I know what the sort of level point is along the front. And then I've put together this sort of little frame that's just going to go in there, fix into this bit of metal along here, and then offer a nice point similar to these for the cladding to screw into. So we've got the roof battens in. This will give it a nice solid foundation to fix the cladding to. What we've got to do first is get some of the rigid board foam insulation that we've got stuffed into these cavities, which will go in between these battens, and that'll keep the van nice and toasty. So yeah, let's move on to the insulation. We've got all of the insulation board up in the roof. Now the next thing that we need to do is actually get some of this wiring connected up, just because we need to do that before we can actually put the foil tape on across all the battens to create that vapor barrier. Ceiling cladding, as you can see here, I'm just going through and adding these spacers to that top corner section, just so that we can run the cladding as far over to the walls as we can. So, there it is.
It looks shit.
So do you. So the last bit's basically this bit, which I need to cut down because it don't fit. Hello, Pikachu. Well, how can I help you? Okay, is this where you want to go? I'm working on this strip, which is essentially going to go up here and cover up that corner there. So this is a piece of tongue and groove, but we've actually removed the bottom part of the groove from this, so that when it goes up it sort of sits nicely and creates a nice finish. Then on the other side we've just put that at about a 30-degree angle, just so that when it goes up it's sort of got both of those to butt against and it looks nice and flush. And then we'll just glue it up and get a couple of small nails in there just to hold it up in place, and it will then make that look nice and neat. Okay, so now that we've got most of the cladding done on the inside of the van, I just wanted to show you quickly what we're planning on doing with the rear doors. So as you can see, we've got a couple of reference pieces in here just to make sure that we're working from a level point. What we're going to do is have them going all the way down the door, all the way up, and then in this window section we're just going to cut out a box area, box that all in, and then that will basically make up the window frame.
Whilst Billy is working on the back windows and the window frames, I'm going to be filling all of the screw holes in the van. I really can't say that word seriously anymore. So we've gone and bought ourselves this tiny little camera muff that we've stuck on top of you over there. You might have seen it in my stories. So from here on out we're hoping that the wind noise is reduced and doesn't cut out words from us, because we spotted that in episode 1 and 2. So let's see how that goes. Anyway, next steps this morning is sanding down the filler. Finished sanding down all of the filler on the walls and doors and the ceiling, which was a killer. So next up is to prime the walls. We've just got to vacuum everything and just wipe down all the surfaces to make sure it's dust free. Finished priming the whole of the van. Next up is to wait for it to dry, which is about 4 hours, sand it all down and then put the first layer of actual paint on. So in the meantime, I'm going to crack on with this YouTube video and get some food. The undercoat is now dry, so we're going to give it a light sanding with this 180 grit, and we're going to do the same for each layer of paint that we put on. We're not sure if we're going to do 1 or 2 yet. It depends on how the first layer sits. We bought these goggles instead now so that the dust can't get in my eyes when I'm sanding. Wrap on today's video. We are so excited to see the van come to life. In our next episode, we'll be building the sofa bed, kitchen and storage, which will definitely make this space look like a home. But we did want to say thank you to everyone who has stayed tuned and provided us feedback on our videos. As you know, we're new to the YouTube world. So yeah, thanks very much for all your comments and see you in the next episode.